Blessings. Another weekly forecast. Just going to invite Empress to the live. Hope we are all having a blessed day. I am already. It's been good.
Hey!
How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. Very, very well. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Just cold.
Hey, yo, it's cutting outside alive. Jeez!
Yeah, man. It's sunny, but it's cold.
You good overall though, yeah? You've had a good weekend?
Yeah. I've had a good weekend. Went to the Conversation with Constellations poetry event yesterday. That was lit.
Okay.
So Pisces. So yeah, for those who don't know, I will share something of it. So literally every month there's poetry with only that sign. So it's all Pisces this month, it'll be all Aries next month. Yeah, it blew my mind. Hey Lisa.
Hey!
Yeah.
That sounds... Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Where did they do that?
Huh?
Where did they do that at?
It was in Hackney. My friend Nate does it. I'm sure everybody must know Nate though, because Nate's around. Nate's about. I'll link you. I know he knows everybody, do you know what I mean? Like, and he does this event, and it was eye-opening. So much energy and passion, like when Pisces people start going into poetry, the levels were different. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, because Pisces, when they express themselves, they can be so like, like if they're in a loving mood, it's extreme. If it's that sort of, this is what I'm going to do, it's all that, it's bubbly and it can be quite deep as well. Very, very deep. And yeah, because it's that dream state, isn't it? It's like that sort of, yeah. I get that energy for them, so I can only imagine what a whole night dedicated to Pisces would be like.
Yeah. It was lit. It's called Conversation with Constellations. I'll make sure that I share it. And yeah, Nate does it. He's an amazing artist himself, but he's been doing this as a social experiment, just to break down astrology. So he does a bit where he explains the basics of astrology as well, which was nice. It's like have a conversational feel, and then went straight in with all of the poetry. And man, you saw different sides of Pisces, man. You saw some goods. One guy was like, he can't even record this, and when he went in, he went in. That's all I'm saying. You had to be there, literally. You had to be there to experience it. It's the first Saturday of every month. So
okay.
I'm not very good with like Instagram handles, but I'll definitely share that so that everybody can come next time, because I'm gonna make that a regular thing for me, because it was just life.
Wow. Did you go for the one for your season last month?
I didn't, I didn't. If I went, I would have maybe tried to drop at least one poem, but I didn't. Ended up not going.
Well, you know what you're going to be doing for next year, then, isn't it? Like, you're going to have to be a part of that.
For next year. How was your weekend?
Do you know what? I'm actually at my sister's, so it's been really nice. Just kind of, chilling with the family, really. So it's been actually nice. Everyone's just doing their thing, different parts of the house. Like in the little dining room parlour area, and thought, right, let me just set up and get ready. So yeah, man, all's bliss, really and truly. We're there.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. It's lovely, man. It's a great weekend, and thank you everybody for joining as well. We love and appreciate you all, honestly.
That's right. Big up on the sounds. Right, so my lovelies, as ever, we are going to do our tarot and astrology forecast weekly. I've been really actually enjoying these and loving the feedback that we get when we actually have a video each week. So I just want to keep it going. I like the consistency. I'm excited, and I just like to kind of see what the energy is going on with. So let's see if it's going to be likewise, and there's going to be quite a few interlinking things. You know, sometimes it's not bang on, it's like around, and sometimes it's like, oh my goodness, yeah, that's what's going on. So it's, you know, we shall see what wrong for the energy today and for the rest of the week. So, people, see what wrong is the energy for the week for the collective. We're going to go into the oracles that will give us the theme of the week, or some of the themes that we may be experiencing. And will not resonate with everybody. However, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay. Let's get it. What is the energy collective for the week? Okay, we've got two. So the first one is thriving. Ooh. So yes, I like this energy, thriving. Yeah, because we are in a state where we actually want to thrive. We don't want to just exist. We don't want to just be here and just be getting on with the day-to-day tasks. We want to thrive. We want things to be popping off. Like, for instance, I'm at my sister's, and she just like recently moved to such a beautiful home, and it was just like the kind of energy that I needed, the kind of thing that was just like, yes, man, we're for up level, for real. I want to thrive, we want to thrive. You know what I'm saying? To come out of the flat and get into a house with a guard, you know, and that is the kind of energy, you know. It's that whatever we're doing, we actually want to do it to the best of our ability. We want it to take us to that level where we are thriving. We're not just surviving, you know. It's like this energy of actually, every time these readings come along, it always kind of feels like I had this conversation in the week, and it is because I literally had a conversation in the week, in the week about not, you know, it's like a great. We do ourselves sometimes a great disservice by not enjoying ourselves more fully. We are here to express ourselves, we're here to experience. And sometimes the mundane really gets in front of it. And I feel like we always say the Most High gets to play through us. Yeah, our ancestors get to live again. So why not do lots of things that get them excitable? Why can't we have more of that, not just getting by to get by? We want to thrive. Look how beautiful and vibrant this world is. You know? And this is, look at all of this energy here up into the sky. So we know that we're talking about that divine assistance. And like I said, they want us to thrive, enjoy, to live, to express. So they, again, can experience and live and thrive. So it's all about that energy to understand that we're all interconnected. So when I heal, you heal, and vice versa. So let's get to that stage. I kind of like that energy of thriving, because I'm like, yeah, man, I true, because where I feel the energy at, everybody's compiling little plans, the things that they're doing like one extra thing towards it. You know, those who are a little bit nervous, like, oh my God, this thing's about to bust. And there was a lot of that energy going on like this could be the thing. What I'm doing, this could be the thing. And it's that energy that, if this bust, you know, say I could live good. This ain't no little, a couple of extra shekels. This is, you've upgraded your life. Yeah, things are moving. Yeah, and you don't even recognize yourself, and everybody's looking at you like, it's like, that's right. I know me, no. You know what I'm saying? That kind of energy. So I'm loving the thriving kind of vibes. So while that's happening, there is a contrast energy here. We have release. So while we are wanting and asserting ourselves forward, the more so, we are still having to release, again, pulling away the things that are not necessary, the things that are inhibiting us thriving. You know, the fear and the anxiety. And quite a few of the energy that I'm feeling is the fear of success more than failure. What is it going to look like when I really have everything that I want? That is like sometimes we always think, oh no, what if I don't make it? Sometimes it's the fear of the power. Yeah, can I manage it? Am I going to misbehave when I get it? Can I, you know what I'm trying to say? Am I going to mismanage because of things that I'm releasing? It's a real and legitimate concern, especially for some of you. So it's good that there is some releasing going on. So when you're at that stage of thriving, They're not using this energy to be like, yeah, man, I'm from when you did deal with me so wicked. No, me have it to come and make you feel some type of way or inhibit you some way. There's a, you know, there's an energy for some of you. It's not for everybody, but for some of you, this is a, yeah, and I will show them, and I will, yeah, show them, but not in a way where, you know, something has to happen sport to them for you to be like, yeah, see, let your thriving, let your success, let your sheer sense of being for life be one people. You understand? Just that you're focusing on you and you're still like Raw. That's the energy. So let me look under the energy of thriving. I like this energy. It's very bubbly. My tummy's doing backflips at the moment. This also speaks to my anxiety. I've got an event coming up in April, and the way the event is starting to kind of take off, it's like I'm starting to get panicky. Let me tell you, panicky, because it's not one of them ones that kind of moonwalk out. I can't just say, oh yeah, maybe not. So I'm about to thrive. I'm about to show myself how confident I can be, you know, to speak to people on a bigger platform and more. It's frightening, but I also know giving me a bigger and a vim for life, and also being like, I could run this, you know. Coming a frightened, really. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm confident in myself, in my abilities, but it's just the what in front of everybody. Oh my gosh. See me out there on real front street, like, oh, okay. That kind of level. But that is what we have to do to thrive. We have to step out of what feels comfortable, you know. And that is going to support us actually releasing all of those quite thick energies, those can I really do it? You see, look at that, nerves. Can't sleep. So some people are so nervous about what's going on until they can't sleep. Insomnia is licking them. And for some of you guys, it's actually a brilliant time in the night to get things done. Yeah, you can't sleep and nervous. You might as well put towards your life, you get what I'm trying to say, and your project. Yeah, you may as well, because many of you are up at night. So instead of worrying about how it's going to move and what this thriving energy really is and what you're going to get out of it, you might as well utilize that time at night to actually put towards this energy. But for some of you, this is a lot of nerves and anxiety because you are wanting this thriving energy and it's not being seen at the moment. There's a few more things that need to be put in place before you fully see the fruits of what you've been doing, but to still stick at it is what I'm saying. You might not see the fullest right now, but I'm telling you, it's in the works. It's in the works, people. It's in the works. And I know that you're like quaking in your boots because, oh my God, this can bust. This is about to be real out here. I'm about to make some real money. You know what I'm saying? And for some of us, we had no real money before. You know what I'm saying to you? So even that in itself is an energy where you can nervous and, you know, what am I going to behave like? You know, am I going to just act brand new? You know, and that's a real and legitimate concern, you know. And then there is, see, look at that, I'm telling you, look at this. This is the King of Pentacles. Money, people, I'm telling you, yeah? The King of Pentacles is all about luxury. It's about, look at how he's sitting all prim. Yeah, because, you know, all the work that I did before, now I'm just, the fruits of my labor. I can have the lavish things. I can enjoy life. I can go on how many different kind of holidays a year. You know, I mean, I'm building another extension of my home. Oh, I've got another plot of land. Oh, I think I might go over to my holiday home in Europe. Whatever. It's that kind of energy where you've already been putting in this energy. So I can keep saying you may not be seeing it yet, people, but I'm telling you, the upgrade is real. There is real stability. Pentacles talks about stability, our foundation, becoming structured and grounded, and our material plane, our material world. So the acquisition of object things. You know what I'm saying? This is like up level. So I'm really, listen, I'm glad to see him under the thriving, you'll see, right? There's going to be fast communication coming in. So this is people offering to do collaborations, possible contracts, People want to do podcasts. People want to come and do what you're doing, have a sneak peek at what you're doing. So be mindful that the phone might start buzzing off. You might be getting lots of emails. Maybe you're sending many emails, doing research, reaching out to people, getting some finer details. Things so you can kind of dot the I's and cross the T's. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. So overall, with the thriving, we're talking about not just living or existing, surviving. We're talking about thriving. So that is living a life that is more than we could possibly even imagine in most cases. But the Most High has things planned for us that we can't even fathom because of this material plane and seeing through the 3D. It doesn't look like it could be. I've never passed through that particular thing. I haven't got past that glass ceiling. There is no glass ceiling. It's the illusion that there is some type of thing that's stopping you. That is the energy that we're talking about. It's an illusion, folks. Yeah. So that is the energy, thriving. Yeah. The nerves and anxiety is normal. Don't worry about it. If you're not able to sleep, try and drink some chamomile tea. I don't know who's into the herb, whatever it is that you can do to relax yourself, do so. And if you can't get out of that restless energy, put that energy towards use. Put it towards your projects, emails, anything you can do to keep busy in the times that you feel anxious and can't sleep. Put it to good use is what they're saying to me. Don't just sit in it and be like, do something. Yeah, transmute the energy. Yeah, and then we've got the King of Pentacles, so we know that this is all about us feeling confident in our ability to be stable financially, our family, being able to have stuff for a rainy day, for our family to leave, to live nice. Yeah, man. I'm like, yes, I'm here for it all day long. And then the fast communication with the 8 of Wands, this energy that fast communication coming, travel. People are wanting to collaborate, come together. So allow yourselves to fully connect with that. And don't be so frightened when people are coming to you for things like, oh my God, somebody wants to do something else with me. They want my they want my information. They want knowledge from me. And sometimes it can feel nerve-wracking, like, what do I possibly have to give? Do people really want to hear my opinion on things or how-tos? But when we think about the life that we're living now and in the time, this social media life and this kind of internet thing, it really is. The top things are how to, reviewing, you know what I'm saying, reacting to. So yes, your things that you have are valid. People want to know how you did it, how you're doing, how you're managing, and just get into that energy of sharing. Yeah. So fast communication is coming in. So while we're talking about that release, let me just find out what that is. I'm going to be on these for too long. But I'm loving this energy around things coming through for you and people coming through the woodwork. So it shows that, like I said from last week, people have been and are watching. And they're not maybe telling you that, but they're watching you. They're saying, watch them now. In a short space of time, they have just flipped this thing right the way around. In a short space of time, they have just sorted out their brand. In this short space of time, they're offering this service, that service. They've decided that they're going to do this course and do that. And it's like, oh, okay. Best believe people are watching you. Yeah, and there is a lot of admiration going on. There's a little few green eyes in the background of sight, because lots of them people are going to use that as their energy and their steam to get their own ish done. So whatever it is that they want to do, after their business, that. But for you, stay in your lane and do your thing. It's all about you thriving. So all this low vibrational thing ain't the ticket, folks. Yeah. So this releasing energy, we are walking away. We are walking away, people. We are walking away from people, places, and things that do not serve its love. And in this time, we are feeling it ever more so. We had that new moon energy, and everybody decided what they're going to decide what they will do. They put their intentions down. They're really, you know what I'm saying? This is long, and this is just even walking away from yourself, the old you, that one that always felt like you can't do this, you can't push through. Like I said, this energy around breaking this glass ceiling, pushing through. You know, when you're running and they say you get to this bit and you have to really push through. It's like everything in your body says, your fist up. You don't feel the pain. You're wheezing, our chest is tight. And, you know, you're in your eyes. But there's this thing that says, no, if you continue, we can do this. And this is what it is, walking away from this energy where you are not even able to tap into that. For some of you, that's something that will just take you. I can't do this. So you're walking away from the old way of seeing yourself, the old way of showing up, and people, places, and things that are not, and I repeat, not in alignment with where you are going, because you are coming to be thriving. You understand? New people, new places, new things. You cannot drag the old into the new like that. Yeah? Stop bringing the dirty broom into the clean space. Get a new broom for the new space. I want this in, you know what I'm saying? Get rid of it. So I'm loving the fact that we're walking away. There's a lot of emotional energy. We've got cups here. So there's a lot of emotions that are moving. We are shifting away from, and I'm loving that. And this is very reminiscent of my, I've done a pick a card reading. You guys check out my YouTube channel. I've been posting up the place. Why you like up and share the things then. Watch the videos, and I'm telling you there's alignments that it's constant thread. And for some of you that is resonating for, you're gonna be like, yo, why is she talking to me like that? I'm telling you. Yeah. So we are upgrading in big, big ways. Just allow it to fall away naturally with that release energy. You are the magician. Use the energy. Use the energy. Transmute it. Like I said, for those who sleep at night time, make it work for you. Turn it into something magical. Do something that's going to be, I'm on this thing. I've done something that's going to move me to the next level. And I see myself in a big, big way. And for some of you, seeing yourself in a big way is frightening, but it's the right type of nerves. Yeah, use that. Yeah, because listen, a Buddha, I think a Buddha is on this live. He will attest to this thing. My dad used to say, yeah, this one line, and it used to just surge me to feel like, you get me. He said, like, listen to what I'm saying to you, Charlene. You're big in the game, you know. You're big in the game of life. You have something to do. You're big in the game. And I remember taking that on as something I used to, well, I don't say used to, but I don't say it as much as I used to. And I've got to remember again, I said it to a the other day, I said, you know what, we ain't said to each other for a while. You know, so you're big in the game. You're big in the game. Let me tell you how you're big in the game, people. You're big in the game of life. You're big in, you are the magician. You have everything that you need. The magician has all of the tools. Cups, the swords, the wands. Yeah, I'm trying to say the pentacles. So you have it all in your arsenal. You have it to thrive. You have it. It's all about just taking it from the universe, acting as if, behaving as though, and just pluck that. Yeah, even me and the Buddha were talking about one show that we watched called The Discovery of Witches, and there's this weavers. Them just take the strand and weave it together, and it's like the tapestry of life and the energy of movement. When I say you're big in the game, people, yeah, the wheel of fortune, things are coming. When I said things are going, and I see the fortune, yeah, things are going, people, yeah. The picky dry is about to be moved out of your way so that you can thrive, people. So don't allow the picky energy to make you sit down too long, yeah. So I'm loving that energy. Very lastly, because I did stay on here longer than I did anticipate with the energy.
Keep going, keep it coming.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Good?
you got
All right. All right, good. So, yeah. Thank you, Darryl. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'm mindful that I can just get in a spirit and time is just irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
Then let the spirit take you, man.
We give thanks. We give thanks, and I feel good. Like I said, there's this real energy that feels, yeah, man, you just want to shake it off. You know what I'm saying? Dust the shoulders. I say, yeah, man, I'm good. You know? So I just want to get into this energy of what's going on in the space of our more intimate relationships. Yes, love, unity. So we're talking about our platonic relationships. But I never used to do very much love readings. only because I used to just think, you know, I don't want to get into the wet talk. I want to kind of deal with the, you know, the real. I like the general, so you kind of get a little splishy splash of everything. But some of my love readings have been hitting hard, yeah, because right about now, us in our relationships and our intimate relationships, we are really evaluating ish. We are seeing ourselves in our counterparts. We are seeing things that we may not want to see in our counterparts, but it's giving us the right kick in our pants to be like, what is our thing saying? What am I on? Do I want somebody? Do I just want to do me? You know, and it's that kind of energy, and it's really playing a huge part in how you're showing up for life. You know, if you've got a partner who is very supportive and very open and you can be vulnerable with each other, then I find there's an energy where the creativity is so much more, it's sparking, because you got that energy into, you know, sometimes you have the backative, you can just receive and you can just feel free to just go on. It's that kind of energy. So our intimate relationships, those with our platonic, you know, our family and stuff like that, is really influencing. That's what I want to say. It's influencing a lot of our decision making. You know, some of the things from the past that we don't no longer want to see again. You know, the things that we don't want to have to repeat again. You know what I mean?
100.
So, yeah, man. We'll see what is the energy around the love. So I'm loving the energy. Shake it off and breathing deep and puffing up our chest. Yes, big up your chest and you breathe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's that kind of energy. What is the okay, you doing? Come on. Okay. Right, so people, keep an open mind. Yeah. So this is for those who are they in a no serious relationship, nothing like that. Yeah. They just deciding whether or not that's something that they want to step into, with all these offers of people coming in. And do I really want to step into that though? That kind of vibe. We've got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectation. So it's about that keeping an open mind. You see that? Not being rigid. Yeah? Being rigid in what it's supposed to look like, who the person's supposed to look like, and all of that stuff, because your person might be wrapped up in a different kind of package. Yeah? So when you're thinking in those levels, you even evaluate yourself. What are my real attributes? What do I really want? Am I looking for someone who is a trophy, or is somebody who is going to pour into me? Is this someone who's to bring me to the next level? And that's how you get to really look at it. Am I being shallow here? You know, do they have to be all the specifications? You know, physical plane. You know, so it's about us marrying both of them and balancing that. So possibly the person who you're dealing with, they might differ from your usual, but they are necessary because they're about to pull some other stuff out the bag for you. And it's a part of your learning and your journey. So don't inhibit that by, it's not really, you know what I'm saying, how I really do my thing, or you know, not really the type I usually. Yes, there's a reason why they've come in. Maybe your type needs to change. How about that? How about maybe that ain't why things ain't been going on good for you, because you're dealing with the same type of energies over and over again, and dealing with the echo. Like Eckhart Tolle talks about the echo. You just keep coming round and round again, round and round again, round and round, because you're not get it. So maybe this thing differing from your expectation is opening. So talk about having an open mind, and that's what's going to support you also with this thriving energy and having the communication and allowing yourself to sort of step into this new you. This could be the one. So yes, people, those who are at that beginning stage or at that talking stage, yeah, man, you feel like it's actually could be the one, you know. No, there's a lot of synchronicities. I feel so comfortable. I can just be myself. You know what I'm saying? And some of you are already doing the popping up in front of each other already. You know what I mean? You're comfortable to the point where, yeah, I let off gas and I ain't each other's company. You know the ones before at the beginning, you hold that, you come out of the room. You know them ones at the beginning, you're being prim. And after a while, you say, even no matter with that, yeah, this is life, this is who I am, you know, and for some of you have already met this person, this is the person that you're supposed to be around. Like I said, these people who are in our lives are here to stretch us. Playfulness, to recapture romance, your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So yeah, people, let's not keep it so heavy. Playfulness, playfulness. Remember I told you about the expression. Allow the Most High to play as big as you can play. Play, enjoy, play, man, playfulness. We're big people, but we're still children in the eyes of the Most High. You
Say that
understand? Big
again.
playful, man. Sometimes we're, you know what I'm saying? We're big people, but we're children in the eyes of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah, I love
just
that.
children in the reasoning. You understand me? So remember that. That playful energy is what's going to keep us. You know what I'm saying? You know, thanks, Lisa. I'm telling you, I feel good today, man. It does. You know what I'm saying? So allow that playful energy of fun to shine. It's going to support you with that private energy. Those kind of heavy, too much like, yeah, this ordering, writing everything down. It's dead. That's why sometimes the manifestation ain't hitting, because it's all, you know, it's not, yeah, this is what I'm doing. There's no beans in the tin. Get some beans in your tin, people. Yeah, beans in the tin is what's going to support you. If you don't act as if, the manifestation is a bit more slower. Yes, it can run, don't get me wrong, because all energies are necessary at different times. But for now, the energy is not really about the heavy business. Then, lastly, unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And there are some of you who are like, let me be honest, it's the end of the line. We're not aligning, you know, things are not the same. I think we should just keep it as something neat and casual, you know, let's not, you know, complicate things, let's, you know, and I feel like that kind of energy is indicative of those who have been up at night, you know, can't sleep, the anxiety, the fear, the worry, you know what I'm trying to say, because you know there's certain communication you need to have, there's certain things you need to say, and it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, the communication will come in. You know, you just got to remember that it's all about letting things go, but in a neat way. It doesn't have to be harsh. Remember, you are the magician. Yeah? This is alchemy. You can move this. You can, it's beautiful, you know. It don't have to be, I'm saying, it don't have to be picky. It don't have to be harsh. It can be done in a way where there is a lot of love and passion involved. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Having that faith in yourself, having faith in your relationship, what you bring to the table. Remembering that you are the damn table. Yeah, because that's one of the things I hate to keep hearing. What do y'all bring to the table? I am the motherfucking table. What are you talking about? What? I am the table. Yeah, that everybody be feasting on. You understand me? So trust in the fact that you are here for a reason. You have to have faith in your ability and the fact that the person you have been put in your way is here to do something, one or two things. It's not even one or two things. It's that whole thing. Is people are here for a reason, a season, and no, remember the next one. But we are all growing from our interactions. And then lastly, healing family issues. People, this is the realest thing right here. Healing family issues. So it says your love life benefits from you forgiving your parents. People. It's big. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits from you forgiving your parents. So you see, if you can see your people as just people, yeah, not the gods that we saw them as children, and then when they let us down, they showed us that they were mere mortals. Yeah, it's when you can take them off that pedestal and see them as mere mortals, who people who are just trying to do what you want to do. They want to thrive too. They want to live. They want to have what better than their people to do before them. You understand what I'm saying to you? All of that, letting go, this release, people, letting go of this expectation on people to show up in a certain way, you know, it promotes you standing in your own truth, and it promotes you not being so distrusted with people or putting people so high on a pedestal that if they do anything out of your little rigid thing, it's not the thing, it's not the thing. It's like, no. You need to chill out. That's what you need to do. You need to look into yourself about why you feel that you need to be putting people against this particular benchmark all the time. You get what I mean? And it's that kind of energy. As you start to release those expectations that people should be better than they currently are, sometimes people are just doing the best that they can do right about now, you know, people. And maybe their next rodeo is when they get it. You know what I'm saying? Get it. You know what I'm trying to say? Or sometimes people just keep going on the road, they'll keep going on the road, like I keep saying, the echo, the echo, the echo. So it's all about how you react to it. And sometimes the things that we're holding and the family issues and all our past, it affects our relationship. It affects us not being able to be vulnerable, open up. We're having to keep ourselves, protect ourselves. And sometimes that energy can be counterproductive to the thriving and manifestation energy, because it's thick and it's heavy, you know, and it needs to be light and playful at certain points for you to get the certain results that you want. I'm not saying that you've got to be walking around choosing all the time. That's not what I'm saying, you know. That's not what it's about. But there is an energy where it doesn't need to be so heavy. You get what I'm saying? So maybe heal those things, take it easy. So if anything does pop up in the week where you have to level or have any type of communication around family or have communication with family that is difficult, ask yourself, what is this situation showing me? What is it showing me about myself? Why is everything that they say grinding my gears? What is going on with me? Why am I so sensitive? Why do I feel like I need to defend myself? What's it about? Have I always felt like I needed to defend myself? Then maybe that's something that you need to say. I've always felt like I have to defend myself around you. That's why I can't really be my full self. I always feel like I've got to be a certain way and I can't just be me. Sometimes when you just say things randomly out of the blue, you'd be surprised how people take them. They would never even believe that you felt the way you felt. But in your mind, they know. They must know. How can they not know? They're supposed to be my people. They're supposed to know me the best. But where you haven't said nothing and everybody's just getting on with their little lives and working out what's going on for them, and it's not even a wicked thing. We're all self-centered. We're all self-serving. At the core of it, we all want to. If it's going to be me or you, I'm voting for me. You understand? That is the core of what. You understand? So be mindful about that, people. So just in closing, just some animal spirit energy. To encapsulate this and to bring it to a close for words of encouragement, or where you're at, or words of affirmation, whatever. It's kind of like this energy. I feel like I need to just say it out. So the dear spirit is talking to us about bring a gentle touch. So remember I was talking about the conversations that we have. Bring a gentle touch. Yeah, you don't have to be so rough. Have a gentle touch for yourself. Be nice. Yes, in the releasing it's horrible, but be gentle with yourselves and others. Okay, that would be so pretty and cool. Yeah, giraffe spirit is talking to us about seeing the big picture. You know, step away a little bit, step back. Yeah, then make a decision. Don't just rush in. Not rushing. So, you know. Moth spirit is talking to us to surrender now. Yeah, man, surrender it, man. Surrender these notions. People are just people. People are just people. Yeah, you can't wrestle people so hard. Yes, you will get let down. Yes, you will. And sometimes you'll even let down your damn self. So putting people on so much of a pressure thing to be perfect, there's none of this. Just relax. Surrender it. Surrender the fear and the anxiety of your success, because you're about to bust. Things are happening. Surrender the old view, how things did look back in the day, how things are looking just right now. Surrender it, because you know things are about to. Listen, things are about to bust for you, you know. And then we've got Panther Spirit talking to us about reclaiming our power. What did I say? What did I say? You're big in the game. Let me say it again. You're big in the game. Reclaim your power. right? Dragon spirit is telling us about the truth transcends the illusions. The truth that you are a child of the Most High, you have the ability to do anything that you want when you put your mind to it. And remember that you are a divine spirit having a human experience. Yeah? Then you transcend the illusion that there is bare limitations on you. Yeah? Lastly, the turtle has telling us slow and steady wins the race. Yes, tortoise, material. Yeah? Like I said, it's not a rush thing. It's doing one thing that you didn't do yesterday. Yeah? That's all it is. Remember that. One thing that you didn't do yesterday, do it today. If I didn't do that, I can do that today. And if you keep doing that, adding on, then you'll see the levels. But slow and steady wins the race. But I'm telling you, thriving is where it's at, people. Thriving, we're about to be thriving. But what do we need to do first? Peace. My lovelies, that has been the portion. Ooh, that felt really, I don't know what came over me. Then my top hard, you know?
Yeah, I have to give you a little clap for that one, you know. Wow. That was serious. That was serious. You're coming with some powers. I don't even know if I should add to that. I will, but I don't know if I should. You know, the thriving and releasing, you know, that's bang on the time. You know, what we were talking about with the new moon and everything else, everything that you said was just so on point. You know, you're already big in the game. But you have to release. You have to release the things that are holding us back. And this is the perfect time after Sun is in Pisces, because it is about transmutating those darker emotions that sometimes we did get from our parents, you know, or from past relationships that don't make us feel like we are good enough to have, you know, real conversations with people and ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Yeah, I felt like you was speaking to me direct. A lot of that, you know, especially the gentle touch, because I can be a bit like break down walls, sort of. But yeah, what you said, it's bang on time as well. Maybe not for this week, but for the period, because we, you know, sometimes with the weekly forecasts, you know, we're doing what's, for my side, I'm doing what's happening throughout the week, but the energies carry on throughout the whole period of time. And what you were saying was bang on what we should be doing. You know, the two sides of Pisces. You know, we've all met the ambitious Pisces, the one that, yo, I'm doing my thing, don't tell me nothing. And then we've all met the softer Pisces, the one that's more artsy and is more soft, you know, because it's the two fishes. So, you know, I'd just encourage everybody to take what you said and maybe even rewatch it, because I'm more like going to rewatch this, you know, just because there's so much power in what you said. And with the relationship piece and healing the wounds with your parents, I can attest to say that that is just the truth, you know. Maturity, they talk about it in psychology. Maturity is the day that you kill the idea that your parents are perfect in your mind, so that you can claim that the adult version of your own spirit, which you may have got from what you felt your parents should have been, but really this is just showing you what you should have been.
Yes. Yes, my brother. Yes, that's the energy.
Yeah, and
That's
so it's
it.
up to us. It really is up to us to manifest the lives, the relationships, the parenthood that we want to see in the future. Because, like you said, everybody's going to let you down. That's just a fact. You know, we can't change that. And yeah, man, that was beautifully put. That was beautifully put, honestly. So bringing that back into what's going on in the sky, you know, today we've got both Mars and Venus have gone into Aquarius, right? So we know Venus is about our value, represents the heart chakra, our love language, how we experience pleasure. And then we've got Mars, the solar plexus chakra. It's all about energy, passion, getting shit done. Sorry for my language. Getting things done, you know, pushing forward. One would be the lover inside of us. One would be the animal. inside of us, you know, and both of those are in the independent sign of Aquarius. When you think of Aquarius, it's fixed air, right? But it's called the water bearer, right? Which sometimes is quite confusing. Why is it called the water bearer? Because when you talk about sustaining the mind, right? There's one of my favorite quotes from the Bible is Romans 12:2, where it says, "Don't be conformed to the world, be transformed by the renewing of your mind."
Yes.
And that's what Aquarius is about. It's that water it's pouring is the knowledge that we need to sustain ourselves, to sustain what we're doing. You know, so prior, when there was in Capricorn, we were building. What are our values? Things were testing us, right? Because when they were in Capricorn, Mars was exalted, so it wasn't as frustrating. It was almost fighting the desires. It was saying, yo, Venus, you need to calm down, right? This is too much pleasure. We ain't getting shit done. Yeah. And I'm sure many of us have had experiences over the last couple months because Venus has been in Capricorn for a couple of months because we had the retrograde, where it's like we were reevaluating the things that we were doing, right? And so now we kind of know, right? Because Mars is kind of beating into us. Recently, it's kind of like, yeah, you did this thing. But I don't know, for me, I had certain things I was doing. It's like, I'm doing this a little bit too regularly, I need to cut it, right?
Yeah.
I was just getting frustrated. It's like, this is stopping me from doing what I need to do. So maybe, you know, I just need to cut that. Then what happens now when it goes into Aquarius? It's like, okay, what do we need to learn to achieve the goals that we know we now need to achieve? The real stuff. You know, not the superficial pleasure, the real pleasure, the pleasure that don't come every day because it takes you time to build it.
Yes, the big picture. Yes, yes, my brother.
Yes,
Yes.
like I said, bigger picture. Like I said, what you're saying is just, it's coming up, you know, and so it's, what is the bigger picture and how do we build that? What knowledge do we need? What groups do we need to be a part of? Who do we need to connect to? What do we need to learn? Right. And so this is now coming to the picture, but it's not just thinking about it because this isn't Mercury, you know, because Mercury was in Aquarius. But we're not talking about Mercury, we're talking about Mars and Venus. Venus is all about attracting, Mars is all about doing. So this is now, what actions do we need to take so that these things that we need to build are happening? So this week, you know, it's important that, you know, if we've done our new moon meditations and we've known what we've needed to release, you know, and let's say if you have found some traumas that I'm sure we all have, right? If you need to talk to that person, you feel like it's the right thing to talk to that person, it's the right time to take that time to have that conversation. If it's, you don't need to talk to them, but you just need to be in a group. So you need to start being with people that support what you're doing. Again, take that action. Go out and do it fearlessly now, because the universe is supporting us in ways that we will not see again for hundreds of years, you know, because again, we've got Neptune in Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces, moving into a conjunction. And this is all about our growth, our long-term travel, reaching our spiritual selves. But then when you've got Mars and Venus, Mars just coming out of exaltation, right, in Capricorn, Venus going into exaltation when it moves into Pisces in the next couple of months, we're at that point in the middle where Mars has said, this is what we need to do. Venus is saying, okay, cool, I'm being unique. I need to make sure I'm doing the right things, I'm learning the right things, so that I can go to that space where I'm truly manifesting the spiritual side of our values and pleasure. And then Mars will also be in there as well, backing Venus up. They may not be friends sometimes, you know, as you know, the divine masculine and feminine don't always get along too tough, right? So they've had a little, they've been having that battle, right? But this is a good battle. If you think about it, any energy is good when it's connected, right? The same way, it's better for you to have a bad connection sometimes than have no connection.
No connection at all.
And this connection is pushing us towards creating that. So imagine you've got the will supporting the heart, right? Now we've all had that gut feeling and then that that love feeling that sometimes don't mesh, although it wants the same thing, like having that hard conversation with a family member, like you said, to heal those wounds you've had from your past because your parents said something to you as a child that now follows you through when you're trying to do your business that may not be in alignment with their religion per se, or their culture. And so we're doing things different now. So now is a good time to go out and maybe even try to reach out to them. Obviously, I would say use your heart space, use your intuition, know if this is the right time to do that, right? But we've also got help with that because Mercury's gone into Pisces, or it's going into Pisces on Wednesday. So Mercury, again, it's about the mind, right? It represents the throat chakra. So again, it's about communication, but it's about the transmutation of emotions through that communication. So if you have been looking at your business, for example, and you want to create a new brand for your business, you want to create a new voice, this is the perfect time. Take the energy that you have towards it, maybe even that frustration saying it's not where I think it should be, but people are watching you in the background, just like Empress has been saying. But sometimes you need that frustration. The universe is saying, no, this is what you need right now, because people operate differently. So if that's been given to you, take that and use it, right? Think about, how am I transmuting these things? How am I becoming the best version of myself, and how am I then communicating that with others? But it's going to be gentle, because Pisces is quite a gentle energy most of the time, right? Because Pisces can switch and be a completely different energy, but use both sides of that, the softer sides of your energy, through your communication, through your thoughts, maybe even learn who to connect with. So these groups, right, that you've got from the Mars and Venus and Aquarius, learn how to maybe spark up some emotion in these groups with certain things that you are doing, maybe special offers and things like that people need at that time. Because when you think about Venus, I think of it as a cloud, right? It is accepting to everybody, but it changes, because clouds can give lightning, snow, rain, or they can just be nice, beautiful and light. So use that to find a way to be able to communicate effectively, and especially how you're feeling as well. Get into some creative arts. This is a good time. If you haven't been, if you draw, you do art, your poetry, right? I'm saying poetry because I went to a poetry event yesterday. Use this, right, for yourself, because there'll be an expansive energy around it, because it's going to be moving into conjunction with Jupiter and then into conjunction with Neptune. It may not be the best time to try create our solid plans. We've gone out of that period, or we're in that period now. So Mercury into Pisces, try and make a plan before Wednesday and try act it out between that time, and use the energy, because when Mercury is in Pisces, it's the opposite of being exalted. It doesn't like Pisces in certain ways because it wants to be structured, but it's not structured in Pisces. It's more flowy, Yeah, there's no boxes, If you think about Pisces energy, they don't even recognize the line when they're drawing, And so it's a good time to be creative, not the best time to be structured. But right now, it's going to be in Aquarius the next couple of days. So take that time to build what you need to build, connect to the groups, and then use the next month whilst it's in Pisces. I think it goes retrograde in Pisces as well. So we have quite a long creative period. If I'm remembering correctly, use that time to then create what you need to create to build on what you've done. But build a structure now, before it goes in, so that you can flow. Because exactly, but we need to create the criteria for us to be creative in, because when you have all of this energy in Pisces, the shadow side of Pisces is like addictions, alcoholism, because taking things too far because there's too much flow. So create your barriers, your walls that you need, so that you can be creative within that and a little bit outside of it, because Pisces will always flow to the outside. So this is a week when we're really starting to manifest what it is. The energy is going to be there. It's not as structured. The energy is more high. It's going to be more mental as well. So it'll be in the mind a bit as well. And then the mind's going to be very creative. And again, you know, we're coming up into a full moon, which we'll talk about next week as well, where the resources that we need to transmute this energy is coming, which means if you did recognize there was traumas that were holding you back from your business, the people that you need to speak to more than likely are going to turn up. They may be turning up now. You know, I've had certain messages where it's like, now I'm meeting people I ain't met for long, and I'm like, oh, so now you won't meet me. My birthday pass, Christmas pass, you know, all of that. We're 3 months in, but now you want to meet me. But it's when the time is right. Because sometimes we can't handle certain conversations at certain times. So make sure we use that time to be honest with ourselves, to build on what we're building, so that when, you know, it goes into Virgo in the full moon, when it's in Virgo, then we can receive these resources, and then we can start to go into the time of trimming. So everything that we've done, okay, look, what do we need to cut down a little bit because it's not serving us? But we needed to go into that space to recognize that it weren't serving us. So that's really what we're going in. The lesson that I would put in is act. Make sure that your actions is grounded in your truth, though. Because if we're doing things, sometimes we're focused on how we see life. But I'm sorry to tell certain people, but how you see life isn't always the truth. Sometimes we see it through rose-tinted glasses, or maybe even dark glasses, because of the ideas that we have of what reality should be, rather than accepting what reality is and using that as a linchpin to recognize what we actually need to do. If your life isn't where you want it to be because you know you can be better, and you know you can do better because you've done it in the past, don't lie to yourself and say, yeah, life is good and life is perfect. This is me affirming. No, accept the truth.
Yeah.
My life can be perfect. It can go to that place where I'm doing the most. But if I lie to myself now, I will never be able to get there. You know, and so we're at a space where that is really going to start coming forth. But again, this is where in your life this is happening is always going to be down based on your houses. And no, I just had a great idea. Just came to me, so I'm going to put it out there. For the next, until March 21st, which is my new year, I'm going to be doing, let's say, 40% off all of my readings until that time, so that people can plan for the next year and they can see what's happening now. Because we're in such a powerful window over the next couple months until like mid-April, right, when Jupiter and Neptune go conjunct, I more than likely will keep up some form of discount all the way up until the point where it actually goes exact. If you do know your chart already, or I've done a reading for you, please look at the house that Pisces is in, you know, because your best version of yourself, that spiritual gate is open there. The veil is very thin there. It's expanding, right? It's interdimensional. So it's so important that we really tap into that energy, because it will be showing us what the best version of ourselves for the time of Aquarius is going to be. So yeah, I think I'll drop it there, because we can keep going for a couple of hours.
You know? Hey, nah, I'm like letting it all soak in, mate.
Likewise. Guys, do we see if anyone has any questions? We might as well keep it going. I feel like there's a flow to keep going at the moment, you know. If anyone has any questions,
their comments have been running. Just big up yourselves. How is everybody dealing with this energy today? Like, what? Give us a little reflection or a question, if you like, or whoa, because everything. I'm telling you. Big thanks. Mate, Daryl, man, I swear there were some bars that I feel like there was a bar that he said I need to write it, I need to type it in the thing, because it might need to be the title of this actual video, this actual live.
No, I like what your dad said. That's what we're going to use for the title of this one. I like it. Say it again, one more time.
You're big in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. We're gonna use that. We'll use that one. You can put the other bars in the description, but I like that one. Guys, you are big in the game. You know, that is the levels that we all need to recognize when these traumas are gone. We are gods.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Come on, come on, come on.
that is it.
Yeah, man. Make it happen, Star. Make it happen. Ah, well, I'm here regardless. Whatever you want to do, if you want to close out, I'll let you do that.
Yeah,
Is
so
there anything you want to say before we do close out? Sorry, and then I will.
anything I want to say before we close out? Guys, you know my phrase is "you're perfect by design." You know, this is always gonna be my message at the end of it, regardless of what you're going through. In the end of it, you're perfect. You know, and you never lose that. You didn't earn it, so it can't be taken from you. That's just
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Wow. What he said times 1,000. Wow. Yeah, Daryl. Jeez. As ever, this was lit. Yeah, you're big in the game. Yeah, it's true. You're big in the game. You're big in the game, people. Listen, have yourself a wonderful week, and we'll see us again on Sunday. Take care, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. Badia. And also, like you said, the information for our readings are in the links in our bio. So definitely take the opportunity to connect on a more personal level, one-to-ones, a little bit more in depth. Yeah, we have to, with these ones, we skirt and we take what makes sense for us. When we are doing our personals, it's more, you know, a more focused energy. So my lovelies, have a blissed one. And Daryl, say your tagline one last time as we close out.
You are perfect by design.
Hey, take care, everybody.
Take care,
Blessings.
everyone.
Take care, my love.
Bye.